Welcome to StonerCast, your official deep dive into Columbus Clingstones baseball. As the AA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, the Clingstones are building the future of baseball in the A, and we're here to bring you closer to it all. Get the inside look at what makes this team and this community so special. This is StonerCast. Here's your hosts, Ricky and Dave.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to StonerCast. Man, we're so glad you joined us today. We are about to release episode number 18. Number 18, y'all. For our first season, we've packed it with great guests. We've had some parents on. We've had some players. We've had some front office folks. We had Jack Johnson, the official voice of not only the Clingstones, but he handles our intro for us for our podcast. We've had a great season, and honestly, I couldn't have done it without my co-host, my good friend, the nicest man in Pell City, Alabama, the Dave Norris. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Ricky, what's up, man? I'm glad to be here as always. Looking forward to this interview, and it's been a fun ride so far, man. I can't wait to see what 2026 brings.
If we decide to end season one with this interview, I think it's a mic drop, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a definite mic drop moment for us. So we've got a guest today that we've Dave and I have been pumped for quite some time to get him on here. When he confirmed with us and said he would come on, we were both like cloud nine. So I'm pumped. I am ready for 2026, ready for April 3rd, 2026, Clingstones home opener. I hope all of StonerCast Nation will be there. You'll be in your gear. We'll be rocking and rolling and making the guys that are coming to play us at Synovus Park a little intimidated, hopefully. So, well, without further ado, y'all, we're going to go ahead and bring our guest on. He is the Braves' number 8 prospect, a young guy that I am pumped about. I think he'd probably be top 3 or 4 had he not had a little injury setback and had to work his way back. So y'all please welcome to StonerCast, Owen Murphy. What's up, Owen?
Hey, what's up, Ricky? Dave, how are you guys? Thank you so much for having me on. This is awesome. And I'm super excited to get going on this thing.
How many minor league teams do you know of that have a fan-driven podcast following them?
None. I don't know. I mean, talk to some of my buddies who I train with and everything. I mean, they nothing like this. So I'm excited to start bragging about it.
Awesome. Well, we're thrilled to have you. I know this is a crunch time for you. You're getting ready to head to camp here pretty soon. And I know that requires a lot of work and polishing up your off-season training. So we're so grateful that you took the time to join us and answer a few of our questions.
Of course, anytime.
All right, we'll jump right into it. Owen, you were the 2022 first-round draft pick for the Braves. Take us back to draft day and the range of emotions that you experienced when your name was called as the 20th overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, that was goodness. That takes me back. That was a crazy day. The day before that, I got a call from my agent telling me that I'd be like probably middle to late second round. So I wasn't really expecting too much, but my agent is notorious for kind of withholding some stuff from me so that I don't get my hopes up or anything like that, which I really appreciated because like he just wanted me to be a kid. Like I was at some graduation parties and stuff like that, 18 years old and everything. So I was really grateful for that. But when it came to draft day, I had some family over, had some friends over, and we were just chilling out in my backyard. And I got a call at the beginning of the night and was told that Atlanta's kind of looking at me at 20, which I was like, holy crap, couldn't believe that. Got off the phone with him, told my parents. My parents kind of laughed. They're like, yeah, sure, okay. And then what do you know? Pick 18 rolls around, and I get another call from my area scout, and he's like, hey, man, you want to do this thing? And I was like, absolutely. You kidding me? Got a call from Anthopoulos not too long after that, confirming that I wanted to be a Brave. And I mean, enthusiastically, I was like, absolutely. And wait for my name to be called. It was, and it was I mean, it was a party from then on out. It was awesome. One of the greatest days of my life.
Oh, I bet.
That's awesome to hear.
Oh, and we know you're busy getting ready for the 2026 season, and we really appreciate you taking time to hang out with us for a few. As Ricky said, you were a first-round pick and had scouts watching you as early as high school. Can you describe for us how your mindset was when you noticed that scouts were noticing you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just so grateful. It was so cool. I was like, this is something that I've always like dreamed of, but I never thought was like totally possible. So when I started getting calls and some of the interviews and everything, it was like mind blowing. But once it came to the season and scouts come to see me at games, it did not matter. I did not care about them. It was about my team, and it was about winning, and it was about playing for the guys next to me. And that's how it has always been. Whether there's 60 scouts lining the backstop and everything like that, I just was like, it never really bothered me. It never really got to me. I never really cared that much because I knew that I was out there trying to win that game for my guys that day. So,
Well, and a lot of fans may not know that besides being a good pitcher and a solid hitting infielder, you were a two-sport star for Riverside Brookfield High School, which is outside of Chicago. You as a 3-year starter at quarterback. There's a ton of debate about whether playing two sports, multiple sports for baseball players is a good or bad thing. What was your experience with playing both sports through those years in high school?
yeah, I mean, I honestly, I couldn't recommend it enough. I think that kids and everyone, like, there's no need to get into one sport and stick with one sport from a really young age. I think that you should play all of them. Like, I played 3 sports. I played basketball, football, baseball. I played some soccer too growing up. I just did all of that stuff. And on top of that too, it's a little bit different up north. Like, it gets really cold during the wintertime. So there's not much baseball to be done except for indoors training and stuff like that. So during the fall and during the winter, it was all about football. And I love football. Like, I mean, I'm wearing all my Bears stuff today. And I mean, it just, my coach, Brendan Curtin, he was amazing. Oh my gosh. He taught me so much about just turning me from a little boy to a young man. Like, I mean, and all the stuff that I learned from the guys there, my teammates and everything. I mean, you just learn so much more when you branch out and you do more things. So, I mean, I couldn't recommend it enough. And on top of that too, what you hear the most is like, it definitely develops athletic ability. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today without football. So, I mean, yeah. So 100% definitely recommend.
Oh, and looking back at your high school baseball career, you weren't only a dominant pitcher, but you were also a really strong hitter, having hit 30 home runs while you were in high school. Was it difficult for you to balance being a strong pitcher and a strong hitter?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of time to put into it, but I love doing it. So it wasn't hard in my eyes. It was just fun. I think like usually on the weekends, like during the week, I'd spend probably 4, 5, 6 hours playing baseball right after school, whether it was training at our facility or out at parks with our team or whatever it was. And then when it came to the weekends, I mean, I was probably in the facility doing stuff for most of the weekend from dawn till dusk, what it seemed. But I loved it. It was so fun. And I mean, it all ended up paying off, which is great. And the best part about being a professional now is that's all I get to do. So, I just I go and train and I get to do that all day, and it's the greatest. But yeah, in high school with hitting and pitching, I just loved them both so much. So it wasn't difficult at all to get it all in.
So let's stay at high school for a minute. Let's talk about your senior year. You were named Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Illinois. And it was a pretty dominant performance from you on the mound that year. You also had a scholarship offer to play at Notre Dame. But on the mound, you threw 58.1 innings, giving up only 10 hits, 4 walks, and you posted a .12 ERA. That is insane. Like, take us back to that season, and you obviously had some pressure on you. I'm sure with your senior year, you got to graduate. You had the college versus draft decision to make, and you still were able to take all that in your head and still go into the mound and absolutely dominate. How did you handle that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I've got my parents to thank for that. I mean, there was no pressure from them at all. They were just like, dude, just do your thing, be a kid, like, just enjoy yourself. Like, we don't expect anything from you. And I mean, I just have them to thank for that. And on top of it too, my teammates, my coaches, who were with me, during that season, especially Mark Ruge, our assistant coach, our assistant baseball coach. We still text all the time. He's the greatest. They just took the pressure off of me. They were like, who cares, man? Like, we know that you just want to win. And I also, just being a senior and seeing my brother was on the team. It was his first year playing varsity baseball as a sophomore. There's a ton of other guys on the team. Brian Toomey, who's one of my pretty good friends. He was my catcher for the season. Luke Yaknin, who was our right fielder for most of the season, who was one of my best buddies in school. Like, we just wanted to have fun together and enjoy our last year together. And I mean, that's all we did all season, and that's all I did was just enjoy it. And I mean, it just took all the pressure off of like having these good starts and going out and hitting really well and everything. It was purely just like, gosh, like all 22 guys like pulling for the same goal, and it was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had on a team. So I have all of them to thank for that. I have my parents to thank for that. The coaching staff to thank for that. It's like it all just aligned perfectly and took all the pressure off of me to go out and compete and just do my thing. So yeah.
Very cool. Oh, and was Notre Dame a school you wanted to attend growing up? And if so, did you have mixed feelings when Atlanta drafted you in round 1, or were you pumped and ready to dive headfirst into pro ball?
Yeah, so that's a great question, actually. I know it's very funny because I usually get the notion, everyone will say like, oh, like Notre Dame dream school and everything. And though it was an absolute honor to be able to be committed there and everything, I was super excited to go. I was definitely super excited for the coaching staff there. Headed by Link Jarrett, I was just like blown away by how well they coached their guys and how practices were run. The pitching side of things, the hitting side of things, the fielding side of things, it was just and on top of that too, how much they cared about academics, which was a huge thing for me as well. It was awe-inspiring. It was so cool. And I was blown away at 16 years old. And I remember getting back in the car with my parents and everything after getting my being told that I'd be given an offer soon and everything. And I was like, I just don't even want to look anywhere else. Like, these guys are it. Like, these guys get me. Like, I want to play under them. And so I ended up verbally committing to them my sophomore year of high school. But then when it came around to draft time, kind of a crazy thing happened. Link got a job with Florida State and took all the coaches with him. So I was already committed to Notre Dame. So I was like, oh man, this is it got even tougher then, because I was like, all right, well, I got to wait to see how the draft goes and everything, because then I'll probably have to make some moves and stuff, because I really wanted to play for him and I really wanted to play under that coaching staff. So things might have been a bit different if I didn't get drafted. But yeah, definitely Notre Dame, amazing school and just like beautiful, rich history. But And I'm sure if I went to Notre Dame, I'd be a crazy fanatic for him. But, with that circumstance, like I definitely would have followed or figured something out in that way. So yeah.
Awesome. So let's fast forward now. You're drafted by the Braves. You get to High A Rome in 2024. And in June of 2024, you were injured. And pitcher's worst fear, Tommy John surgery, was required to get you back on the mound. After coming back from Tommy John surgery and putting together such a strong stretch in Rome this year, has your timeline changed, mental timeline, as far as making it to Columbus to AA? And are there maybe any benchmarks or goals that the organization has set for you that may, where you've got to get, what you've got to do, and where you've got to get to AA?
Yeah. I mean, not so much that the organization has communicated to me, but I mean, just for myself in my own mind, I try not to, think too much about achieving the next level or anything like that. It's more so like I want to play as well as I can for the team that they put me on and act like I'm going to play for this team the entire year. So that was my thought when I was in Rome. When I came back, I know there was a lot of guys in my ears being like, you shouldn't be here. You should be in Columbus, like stuff like that, after posting a couple of good starts and everything. But I was like, guys, you got to trust the process. Like they have a plan for you, and you just gotta trust in that plan and make sure you're doing the right things, and above all, enjoy the spot that you're in, because there's a lot of guys who I know and I've seen firsthand who get really frustrated with the situation, because it absolutely can be frustrating. But I was just like, you know what? And in this upcoming year in spring training, we'll see where I'm at. Like I'm gonna go out there. I've been training my ass off and enjoying that, and I'm gonna go out there in spring training and enjoy that and play as well as I can, and just enjoy the time with the guys and everything, and hopefully they throw me up in Columbus to start out the year. That would be my goal and what I'd be looking for. But they know best. They know where I'm at and everything, and I'd just be taking every day to strive towards that while also enjoying where I'm at.
Yeah, Gwinnett kind of pilfered the Clingstones roster right at the end of the season. The Clingstones were, after a really dreary start of the season, they found themselves in the second half in contention. And Gwinnett's like, okay, let's take everybody they've got. So you may have actually heard me all the way up in Rome screaming from the rafters of Synovus Park, Owen Murphy, bring him up.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was tough. You were like dominating in Rome, and like they're picking their guys off. They took Lucas Braun from us. They had, of course, had already gotten JR earlier right after the All-Star break. Yeah, I'm like, man, you guys got to ill on taking because we're Columbus fans. We're Braves fans, of course, but we want to see Columbus and challenging for a Southern League title. So
Big David McCabe's bat got hot, and I mean, he was tearing it up for us. He was hitting extra base hit after extra base hit in the second half, and poof, right in the middle of a run, he's gone. I'm like, oh no. So I mean, I get it. It's about the development, but
absolutely. But still, fan first. Like, I mean, I can't even. That's so funny. I've never looked at it from that perspective. Like that must be so frustrating. I will say,
would point where they were taking like guys like, I mean, one day Dave and I both run Clingstone fan Facebook pages, and
yeah,
we try to post every bit of news from the team and transactions, especially. And one day you're writing a list. It's like, it's not supposed to be this way. We're competing. We're challenging for a playoff spot.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think there was 1 week that, I think, what did they get, like 5 players in 1 week from us? Something like that, Victor? Just one right after the other. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's just good. Dang.
Absolutely. No, I mean, that's the Braves organization to a T. I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all were keeping up with our 2024 Rome Emperors team, but I mean, it was once I got injured a week before that, Schwellenbach was brought up, and then he was up in the big leagues within a month. We started off the year with Lucas Braun too. Lucas Braun was up in Double-A by the All-Star break. It was like a completely different team by the end of the year. It was very funny to hear from some of my buddies who were on the team and being like, "Gosh, the Braves. It's guys are moving all the time. It's pretty crazy."
And we're never going to ever root against you guys moving up.
Not
Absolutely.
We've told most of our guests this season that, as a minor league baseball fan, you're not supposed to attach yourself to a player because the player can be gone. Fortunately, we're in Georgia, where the Braves have very wisely brought all their minor league teams within the borders of the state.
Mm-hmm.
And like Dave and I are planning to go to some Gwinnett games this year. We're going to obviously check out some Rome games as well. But, it's like you still want to sit at your home park. I mean, if you see behind me, I decided last year to buy Lucas's specialty jerseys at each office. And then there's one Gwinnett jersey right here when they did Lilo and Stitch. So, we kind of attached to Lucas and Zebo. And, both of them actually get the call. You're so proud, but then you're like, dang, I'm not going to see him at the park anymore. It's going to.
Also, yeah, absolutely. No, I totally can understand that. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Like, go do your thing. But at the same time, it's just frustrating.
Yeah, I wish everybody luck, but man, it sure does hurt seeing some of the guys go up. Like we've been rooting for them all year, but we'll have new guys coming in, so that's the beautiful thing about it.
Absolutely.
Oh, and as competition has improved from your teenage years until now, what part of your game, be it physical, mindset, or both, has grown the most?
I would say probably my mindset. Playing in like the youth stuff and the high school stuff is great, and it's great competition, especially when I was playing for Team USA and some of those larger events where I was seeing guys like J.R. Ritchie on the daily and a couple more guys at my age who are very high level, like Roman Anthony, for example. You see guys like that and it's like, wow, holy crap. But at the same time, we're still in high school and there's not an entire organization behind that guy that you're facing. Once you get up into pro ball, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a whole different level. They see your entire report. They have every pitch that you've ever thrown that entire year or your entire career. They know exactly like what you have, what range you throw in, all of this stuff. It's like just such a cat and mouse game once you get into pro ball, which I think is just beautiful. It's awesome. So I love the studying aspect of it that you have to do as a pitcher. And I think that's what has elevated the most after becoming a professional.
Oh, and one thing a lot of our guests have kind of talked about over each episode we've had are the relationships built in the minor leagues. So as you're moving through this system, you're meeting with guys, maybe guys you were drafted with, or guys you drafted a year before, a year after you, that get to your team and you start to build a friendship and a relationship. Your draft class included J.R. Ritchie, Blake Burkhalter, Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin, and Nacho Alvarez. As you move through the system, have those guys been guys that you felt like you could lean on for guidance? And who else within the system helped shape you as a pitcher physically and mentally?
No, absolutely. I mean, me and JR are very close. We're actually living with each other this spring training. We have for the past 3. We talk all the time about what's going on, everything. We'll come back to the house and just sit there and talk ball for a couple hours and everything. Like, me and JR he's been a big help for me, especially with he had Tommy John a year before I did. So I was calling him probably like monthly, asking him about certain things. Hey, did you feel this? Like, or did you go through this? Or because we had the same surgeon as well, and that was just such a help too. Coming back and everything, and we still have talks like that because I'm only 18, 19, 20 months out of surgery. So that's awesome. Blake Burkhalter as well. He's a great dude. He's been through the same thing, having Tommy John surgery and just dealing with the multitude of different things. He's one tough MFer. I mean, very, very, very good dude and scary presence on the mound. It's so fun to watch him play. I mean, Drake Baldwin, he speaks for himself. He caught my my professional debut, which was awesome. And he's such an amazing guy. Grew up playing for actually like a rival travel ball team. Growing up, he played for the GRB Rays in Wisconsin. We would play them quite a bit, which is pretty funny. But I mean, just such a lovable guy, such a smiley guy, just super happy. And yeah, I mean, you know, all these guys, my draft class especially, and you know, a couple guys from Hurston Waldrop, for example. I've talked to him about quite a few things. He's so fun to watch. His splitter is like one of if not the grossest pitches I've ever seen in my life.
Very good.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's just the Braves do such a good job at getting guys who are just great guys, and I mean, you guys should. It's crazy in spring training, like the amount of conversations that are being had on a given day. It's like, I mean, I'm usually there for like, you only have to be there, only have to clock in for work for probably like 4 hours, from like 8 to 12 usually. I'm probably in there until like 3 or 4, just having conversations and talking to guys and watching other guys do their things. Like, it's awesome. And especially from our big league counterparts too, with the big league club. Like, we're so close in proximity to them during spring training, and those guys are just all ears and are just so close knit with us. So I mean, honestly, like we just have the Braves to thank for just creating a culture that is so close knit between the big league team, the minor league teams, and between minor league levels. It just feels like, it's kind of crazy to say, because usually in a it feels very competitive and everything, and guys are a little out to, you know, get each other's throat and stuff and kind of talking crap behind each other's backs. But I mean, the Braves org, it's just all love, and it's so great.
It's funny that you mentioned JR when you talked about your surgery and leaning on him, because during his interview with us, he mentioned the same thing. I cannot remember exactly who he said that he leaned on.
Probably Ian Anderson, maybe.
That is
because I'm really, yeah, because I know him and Ian had it at the same time, and they were going through it like they had the same timeline. Yeah.
That's bingo. That was exactly it. Yeah. He, you know, it's cool to hear those stories, and luckily you guys being in the same draft class and knowing each other, you having to have him for not just like advice, but support, really. I know that's got to be a tough time. You're doing rehab, which sucks for that injury, and you're trying to get back to the mound and to the game that you love, and to have somebody to lean on is everything.
Absolutely.
And I want to go off script a little bit and stay on the Tommy John surgery subject real quick. We had talked with JR about his, and I had asked him this question, and I'll ask it to you as well. Years ago, when you had Tommy John surgery as a pitcher, you know, back in the 70s, that was almost the end of your career. I mean, it was, you know, you weren't coming back from it. But technological advances in medicine, I've talked to some pitchers that said that ultimately their arm actually felt better once they were healed up and rehabbed. How did it make you feel? I mean, how do you feel after your surgery? Does it feel better than it used to, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, there's no pain now, which is like so cool. Before, when I would throw, I thought it was normal to kind of feel like a little bit of something, which is always like, you know, every time you throw a baseball, you're breaking down that ligament a little bit, which is like, you know, any muscle. But it was just something I was very used to. And then after I got surgery and I was coming back from it, I was like, oh my gosh, like my arm is capable with a lot more now. Like I feel like I recover quicker. Just everything just flows so much better. In the throw, I feel more athletic. I feel like my body is able to, do the right things when I need it to do. It's not like blocking off my elbow. Like I'm not trying to do something different to compensate for how my elbow feels. Like, I mean, it's awesome. And they really say like they say 14 months. Like, I mean, 14 months is the recovery process for the surgery that I had. But they usually say around 18 months to 2 years after your surgery is when you feel totally 100%. And I'm kind of nearing that time, and it is surprising me quite a bit. It's been fun so far, feeling like a normal baseball player, because coming back from it, like right after that 14 months, when I was starting for Rome, I was posting good lines, but goodness, my body was I was getting through it. It was pretty tough during those 8 weeks. But I mean, I talked to JRC, like that was a great time. I gave him a call a couple times during those weeks, and I was like, "Hey man, did you just feel terrible?" And he was like, "Oh, did I ever?" He's like, first one I came back, he was like, "Yeah, I was like 97, 98." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like I was punching everybody out, feeling it. And I was like, "Oh, same here." Like first one I came back in Rome, I punched out a couple guys and felt really good. And I was like, "Oh man, this is going to be great. Like, we'll be fine. Like I'll get back on a 5-day immediately." Like I was thinking in the clouds. And then I think probably the third week we were back at home, and I was like, oh my gosh, my body just was shutting down and was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this intensity. Was kind of worried, like guarding my elbow a little bit. And, so you just kind of have to break out of that mold and everything right after surgery, which, on top of that too, our rehab coach, Lance Carter, big league vet, had 2 surgeries, 2 Tommy John surgeries, and a shoulder surgery while he was playing. So he's been through it, and he was such a help too throughout the entire process, because we were like, are we supposed to be feeling this way? He's like, you should not feel good. So it was very nice having him there.
That's awesome. And what advice would you give a high school player who is doing well and drawing pro scout attention like you were?
Yeah, I would say, just like enjoy the whole process. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's like every kid's dream. Like I mean, I love baseball since I could start speaking, and I was just blown away that this can happen, and that this dream I had could come true and everything, and that I can do something every single day for my job that I absolutely love. So, I mean, any kid who's going through the process, like, I mean, just go back to that 4-year-old who was watching your favorite team on the TV growing up, and going out and watching some minor league games and everything with your parents and stuff like that, or even just going out to the park and playing catch with your dad. Like, I mean, it's such a beautiful game, and you just can't forget that part, because some guys get caught up in the rest of it, and it just becomes like a job for some guys. But for me, I've always had my parents to thank for that, because they've instilled this mindset in me, and I mean, I love every second of it, so it doesn't feel like a job. And I mean, that's the only thing I'd say to them is, like, just enjoy it and be a kid. Like, no need to put that much pressure on yourself this early.
Very good.
All right, we've almost made it to the main part of the interview. We're going to wrap that portion up with this last question for you. I know that many Clingstones fans know of you. They know about you. And many are excited for you to get here to Columbus. Tell us what you've heard from other players that you know, whether it be JR or any of the guys that have played in Columbus, what you've heard about Columbus, about Synovus Park and fans, and then kind of let us know what to expect when you finally do get that call to AA, what we're going to see on the mound.
Yeah. I mean, from JR, from Zebo, from a ton of other guys who have played in Columbus. I mean, I've heard just how amazing it is. I mean, from the clubhouse to the field to fan reception to absolutely everything. They're like, I mean, we always compare with Augusta, because Augusta is like one of our most fun affiliates, like super big crowds and everything. But they're like, there's something personal about Columbus. Like, there's something that, like, Augusta, there's a couple of super fans and everything. There's a couple of people who will stay after those rain delays, but they're like, in Columbus, it's different. Like, people care, and that makes me so happy, because gosh, it's giving me goosebumps right now a little bit, because that's what baseball's about, is about that fandom and about the players being for that. And I know that, like, so many guys are that way, and especially at the big league level with the Braves, like, there are so many diehard fans, and I just think that is the best part of the game. So honestly, that's what I'm the most excited for, to go and play in Columbus, is to meet all of y'all and be able to share my experience and everything with the great people of Columbus. But yeah, I mean, just overall, all the stuff that I've heard has been like glowing positive from the area. I'm so excited to explore Columbus as well, a new city. I love traveling and everything, so that'll be so fun. But yeah, just super stoked for that. And hopefully, I'm excited to bring just a new face to Columbus, a new energy, a new happiness. I just want to interact with fans and give them the best experience when I'm out there throwing on the mound. So
Now, I'll tell you this, the players this year set the bar really high for future players. There were times Kevin Kilpatrick would stay, and after a game ends, he would stand at the railing by the clubhouse entrance and sign every single autograph that was asked of him. And they're kids that were at like almost every home game and probably have, 65 Kevin Kilpatrick autographs because he was there signing. So let's get it signed. And, and he's not the only one. A lot of the guys were just really into it. And so that inaugural season roster really set the bar high for guys that are going to come in, because they're going to expect it out of you. I promise you.
Oh, absolutely. And I hope they do. I mean, that's the best part about it. Like, and Kevo's such a good dude too. I mean, just he sets the bar so high. You guys are so right. But on top of that too, like, they none of these guys would like, they are so excited to do it. Like, the fact that the fans in Columbus, from what I've heard, are just so into it, like, it makes it so much better for like our experience as well. Cause I know, like, there's times where I hear from people, like, I've experienced it in Rome a little bit. There's a lot of diehard fans in Rome, but at the same time, we only get like maybe 200 fans at a game on a given night. And, that sometimes as a player can just be like a little, like, just leaves you flat, because you're like, man, like, I just want people to come and watch us play and get involved in it, because we're a team that like cares, and especially with the Braves org. So to see a city just rally behind a team like that is just, I mean, it's beautiful, and I don't think that, like, it starts with all of y'all. Like, we will be there forever, and we'll be able to do all of that forever as long as y'all keep showing up and doing your thing and loving what we do. So, I mean, we have y'all to thank for that.
I'll tell you something that was pretty cool too. And I was at the game. Ricky was there too. And I believe we had probably close to maybe 2.5 hour rain delay, Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody went under, the seats to stay out of the rain. And most people leave, but not in Columbus. I mean, the vast majority, when the rain stopped, people come back out. The stadium was almost completely full again. I mean, there must have been maybe 50 people left.
I mean, they set the fans up the past time. It was Lucas's first start in AAA, and they played it on the jumbo board. So,
Well, that's
God, these serious fans, that was going nuts for every bit.
Yeah, so for Woodness during the rain delay.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And that is so different too, because most rain delays that I've been like at different parks or wherever it has been, it's usually like they'll throw on like a big league game or like, like a football game if we're around that time of year or a basketball game or something like that. Like to throw on Lucas's start in AAA, like that is so cool.
It was amazing. It was amazing and McCabe was playing there as well. So he was in that same game. So yeah, I mean, it was cool. We were like living and dying on every pitch. Like, I think he got his first strikeout in that game, his first AAA strikeout when we were watching it. And then, they cut it off and the Clingstones took the field and, it was just, it was an amazing season. And the staff, that's another thing you're going to love about Columbus. The front office staff, the game day staff are top tier, elite level.
Very much so.
I mean, Pete Lavin, the general manager, they know how to put on a show and they do a very good job of doing so. So that is awesome. So shout out to Pete and to Olivia Crew, marketing and social media girl, and everybody I didn't name. Chef Matt, we love you too. Dude makes elite level dishes for the concession stands. So, and this is a baseball town. When you see some of that food, Columbus is a baseball town that fell asleep for a little while. And when this team was announced, you had your critics that, the city's spending too much money on the stadium, or, they're not making enough on rent or lease. And then you had people, it's never worked here before. Why are we doing it again? But we've never had a Braves affiliate. And having the Clingstones here, it woke this town up. And, I mean, we've had a Little League World Series champion come out of Columbus. Frank Thomas is from Columbus, Georgia, played at Columbus High School, the same school Dave went to.
Yeah, I played Little League ball with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've got this is a baseball centric town, and we just kind of got away from it for a while because we didn't have a team. But we've had farm teams for the Dodgers, we've had farm teams for the freaking Yankees, the Indians, and we had an Indians farm team when the Braves and Indians were going at it in the World Series. We had an Indians.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so it's having a Braves affiliate here has really gotten kind of poked the beast and woke it up. And ask players from other Southern League teams how they like playing in Columbus.
They hear it. That stadium's got a lot of history in it too. There are so many major superstars, Hall of Famers that have played in that stadium. And you being a pitcher, you might be interested to know that the great Bob Gibson started his professional career right in that stadium in Columbus, Georgia.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh!
I've got his first team photo hanging on my wall in my room.
That is awesome. That is so cool.
What they did was they took historic Golden Park and they left the shell, the seating bowl. They redid everything else. So new field, new clubhouse.
Oh wow, that's
everything.
crazy.
So
I was under the impression that they just knocked something down and just built it up from there. I didn't even know that.
No,
yeah. So the original seating bowl is still there. So that seating bowl that was there, when Bob Gibson came through, when Ty Cobb played at Golden Park, Tom Glavine was there. As far as newer age folks go, Chipper played there. Tim Hudson is also another one from this area. He's from Phoenix City, just right across the river. So, yeah, there's a ton of history in that ballpark.
This is so cool.
Babe Ruth played there. Yeah, Babe Ruth played there too.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Plenty to eat too. There's whitewater rafting on the river that runs right by the stadium. You're into that.
That's what I've heard from some guys too. How cool the river is.
You're a golfer. There's some good golf around here.
Perfect.
All right, let's move into the fan mail. Stoners, it's that time. Welcome to Fan Submitted Questions segment, where we're letting you take over StonerCast. Every week, we're going to drop our guest announcements on our social media pages. And when you see a player you want to talk to, submit a question. You can do it there. You can send us an email at thestonercastshow@gmail.com. And, Let us know what you want these guys to answer. Best part, we don't pick and choose what to ask. We ask every single question you send us. No filters, no skipping, no softballs. You asked, we relay it to the players. Let's look and dive into what StonerCast Nation brought for you, Owen, this week. Dave, take it away.
Yes, sir. All right, this is from Josh Weems via the Clingstones fan group. As a baseball card collector, which I am as well, Josh would like to know what it feels like to see your cards being chased on eBay and other websites.
I mean, it's pretty nuts. It's so cool. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. And that's your first. Yeah, the first Bowman's probably the coolest one that I've got. I got a couple I'm not a card collector myself. A lot of my buddies are, but I've got some back of the house just that Topps and Panini and a couple other companies have sent just after I've done some signatures and everything. And I mean, the first Bowman and a couple of the Team USA cards that I've gotten are just so cool. I mean, it's like as a kid, like I had a card collection and like 8 years old, like sifting through all of that and everything from the different sports and everything. It's so cool. It's so hard to explain like how crazy it is to see my face on there. It's like, to me, it's like, who would want that? Like, I don't know. It's so cool.
I've got a few tucked away myself. I've been chasing all the Braves prospects that I can find. All right, on our next question is from Jacob Edwards via the Clingstones fan group. He asks, Owen, we made the trip to Rome to see you pitch last season. Is your approach to the game any different when you were playing on turf versus grass?
For me as a pitcher, probably not. When I pitch, I am looking for fly balls and strikeouts, basically. So the turf or grass is not really a big, big game changer for me. I'm usually looking for Kevo out there to make a spectacular play if a guy gets a hold of one. But other than that, punch some tickets and everything and get our guys back in the dugout. But I know a lot of position players definitely have their qualms about turf. So. But yeah, we're always throwing on dirt mounds, so we're pretty lucky there.
Hey, at least y'all didn't play on what they used to play on, that old AstroTurf, which was basically a doormat on top of concrete.
Seriously, oh my gosh! Sometimes I look back and watch some of the videos, like in the old I forget what they called it in Minneapolis, the big old dome.
Yeah,
the Metrodome. Yeah, they're playing on carpet. Like Ken Griffey's hitting a bomb on carpet. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, you hit a ground ball with topspin on it, man. You better catch it or put your chest out because it's coming hard.
Seriously, or be wearing a cup.
Yeah, watching those Metrodome games, did you happen to see a certain World Series game where John Kruk grabbed Ron Gant's leg and took it off first base?
I don't think I saw that, but I did see Smoltz's. I think it was Game 6, his start. That was. I watched like a whole little thing on YouTube about it. This guy breaking down his entire start and what he did. Like it was so cool to watch. So, but yeah, seeing that old stadium. I used to, when I was younger, whenever I'd play MLB The Show with my friends, I would always pick the Metrodome. I don't know why. I loved it though.
All right, from Allison Baker via the StonerCastShow@gmail.com email address. If you could steal one pitch from any current or former MLB pitcher, which pitcher you take?
Oh, this is so tough. Oh my gosh. I would say oh man. Goodness. I might have to steal I'm so in between because I would love to be able to throw a really nasty splitter just with my arsenal. It would help. Though I am different because I'm more 3/4 slot instead of right over top.
Mm-hmm.
Ah man, that is so tough. But I'd probably, I'll stay in New York. I'd probably take wall drip splitter. That would be so fun to throw that thing. After throwing I have a high vert fastball, so it's it looks like it's rising a little bit. Yeah, and being able to throw like a splitter off of that, like start in the middle of the zone, them think it's a heater, and then just drop out of nowhere. Oh man, that'd be so fun. So I'll take wall drip splitter.
Well, David Copperfield magic trick. Now you see it, now you don't.
Yep.
Okay, and from the
Special
Go Emperor, from the Go Emperor's Instagram account, they want to know what is your favorite memory as a Rome Emperor, and which Emperor's jersey was your favorite?
Oh man, I would say I loved the all white unis. Those were my favorite. The all white home unis were my favorite by far. They're just classic. I love all white unis. But goodness, I have so many great memories with the Emperors. I loved playing in Rome. I would have to say it was probably my first week with the team. Maybe even that first month. We were just on a roll. We ended up winning the first half, and it was just so much fun. I mean, we won every series we were in when I was there. Yeah, it was I mean, our starting rotation was also ridiculous. Drew Hackenberg, Schwellenbach, Lucas Braun, me, and Riley Fry. And we were just it was like lights out. It was in every game, like we were hitting really well too, so it was just like it was so much fun. And I got to do like a little like mic'd up situation and stuff, so we would do all that all the time. The social media was awesome then too. And we just had so much fun in that dugout and everything. So I'd probably say that first week, that first homestand with the new name, with the new Emperor's name. So
Very cool.
I got to think your first start back from surgery, too, was probably pretty special.
that was pretty cool. My parents flew out for that game, and my mom was bawling in the stands. It was I was crying with her after the game. It was a very, very great moment. But I would say, yeah, that's definitely up there. That was awesome. That was so much fun. But I mean, that 2024 year before I got injured was like, I mean, it was like I was a kid again. It was like I was on that team when I was a senior again. It just felt like everyone was pulling in the right direction and just having fun and enjoying the game. And it seemed like no one was even thinking about getting called up or any of that kind of stuff. It was just like playing baseball. It was
You guys were in the moment for real.
absolutely.
Well, thank you to everybody that submitted a question. Big shout out to the Rome Emperors and the Go Emperors Instagram account for submitting a special question for Owen. We're so glad, and hey, other teams, bring it on. We would love to get you guys mentioned on episodes with players that have had had experience in your organization. So, all right, guys, it's time for lightning round. These are quick hitter questions meant to end the episode on a light note, and we're just going to get right into it. Owen, everybody knows to be a true great Braves pitcher, you have to play with golf, right? Do you golf? And if so, what is your handicap?
I do golf, and my handicap's around like a plus 14, so I'm getting there.
Awesome. Well, we've had some players on here that have, someone said, I think Zebo told us that his handicap is I don't keep score.
Well, I will say about Zebo, though, he hits that ball so hard. It is, oh my gosh, it is wonderful.
Cal Conley said the same thing today when we talked golf.
He'll hit like a 4-iron like 280 or something crazy like that. You're like, come on, man, how do you do that?
All right, you've as a Brave player now, like we mentioned earlier, all the minor league teams are within the walls of the state. Being a Chicago area native, what Chicago area food do you miss the most that you can't find here in Georgia? And what is the food you found in Georgia that you like that you can't really get in Chicago?
Yeah, so I'd say that the stuff that I miss the most would be either Portillo's. I love Portillo's, or just any sort of Chicago style Italian beef with the giardiniera hot peppers. Like, I miss that. I miss that a ton. But it's not too hard. You can find some decent ones in Georgia. But I mean, I would say that the biggest thing is like you can't get good barbecue in Chicago. So I've been loving with down south barbecue. Like getting some brisket, some good like potato wedges with that. Like, oh man, that's so good.
You're gonna love Columbus.
You are
I'm so excited.
The barbecue restaurant on just about every corner. It seems like.
Some pulled pork too. Pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah.
All right, I can't wait.
All right, Owen. Alex Anthopoulos calls you on the phone and says, "We're calling you up today, and we're getting rid of every pitcher we got. You got to pick 4 Braves pitching prospects to bring with you to build out the rotation. Who are you picking to come with you?"
Okay, I'm gonna go J.R. Ritchie. I'm gonna go Waldrip if he's not already up there, and then I'm gonna go. Oh man, this is so tough. I'm gonna go Bronny. Oh man, this last one's so tough. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I'll grab a guy who probably isn't talked about enough. Adam Meyer. I'm gonna take Adam Meyer. He's got one of the grossest sliders I've ever seen in my life. It is a absolute frisbee. And I think that once he finds his footing, he's gonna be just dominating up there. So I'm gonna take Adam Meyer with my last one.
Bronny's got a pretty nasty slider too. When that thing's on, buddy, it's like,
Oh yeah, his curveball too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, favorite road city you've pitched in so far?
Oh man, I would have to say I was a sucker for Winston-Salem, as funny as that is. I threw really well there, and I love the stadium there. And I know some guys who play for the White Sox org, so it was nice to see them and everything. And it's just so cool playing in a city. I love cities, like big cities. Growing up in like near Chicago and everything, like I just grew up around it. So playing like in the city is just so cool. And it was nice. Like you can see like the backdrop of Winston-Salem and like all the towers and everything. Like I thought that was really cool. And I always had a good time in Winston-Salem. So I would say Winston-Salem.
You probably weren't with the team in Winston-Salem earlier in the early part of last season when EJ hit for the cycle, were you?
No, I wasn't. I was texting them. I wish I was though. That was, oh my gosh. And he did it. I think he did it partly, or maybe it was the next day he hit another homer. But I think he did it partly against a guy that I grew up playing against, Noah Schultz, who's in AAA now with the Charlotte Knights and everything. He's such a good dude and just dominant, crazy, like six. I forget how tall he is, like 6'9" or something crazy like that. Lefty, just absolute unicorn. So
he threw us down pretty hard last year. I think we hit him at least once, and the one I remember, he was very dominant.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's. I mean, hitters are like, how do I even approach this guy? It's crazy. Sidearm 6'9", like it's just Randy Johnson all over again. So yeah.
All right. If a movie was made about your career one day, who's playing you?
Oh man, I don't know. Shoot, I have no clue. Maybe like I've been told that I look like the off-brand version of Austin Butler a little bit. So maybe if he was like a bit younger, like he could do that. But I don't know. He's got that Elvis voice stuck in him now. So I don't think I sound like that. But yeah, maybe like Austin Butler or something like that. That'd be cool.
Dave, who did Lucas say? He said the guy from The Notebook, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Ryan
Gosling. I was about to say the same one about you too. Like Roger.
I'll take that every day of the week.
I just want one of you guys to be like, I don't care if he looks like me. I want Ryan Reynolds to play me, and make it fun.
Absolutely.
All right, this one could get you in a little trouble. Thoughts on the Clingstones peach uniform?
I don't mind it. I think it's fun. I don't mind it. I know a lot of guys are like kind of iffy about it, but I don't mind it. I think that's what minor league is about. Like, is having like crazy uniforms and all of that. Like, it's just so fun.
EJ sat on this very podcast and chose the Rome black jersey with the penguin on it over the Clingstones peach.
Yeah.
Really?
Even though the Clingstones have a black jersey.
Hey, he's opinionated. I will say I do love the Rome rebrand was probably that was so cool. Like the rebrand of the Emperors was like, I mean, that logo is so cool. Like, I mean, a lot of us like usually like you don't really wear like, the stuff that you've gotten from work and everything like outside of work because you don't want to be stopped or whatever. But I mean, I'll wear Rome stuff quite a bit. So I'm excited to get some Clingstone gear and wear some of that because that stuff looks pretty good. The logo I really like.
All right. Last question. Perfect off day.
Man. It's probably like I wake up a bit early, go grab breakfast, have some coffee with breakfast, and then head out and like go on a little hike or something like that. Like get out, get moving a little bit, and then come back in. And if it's in the off season on a Sunday, probably watching some football, hanging out, and then going to grab some like. I love Asian cuisine, so I'd probably go and grab like some ramen or some pho for dinner, and then finish the night with a movie or continuing one of the TV shows I'm watching. I just finished up Stranger Things this weekend, and that was fun. I really liked it.
Yeah, I've got 4 boys, and that's been kind of our family thing that we've done for. Of course, had to take long breaks between enjoying that time together. But sure. This one we could not wait New Year's Eve for the last episode to come out, and it did not disappoint. So
Not at
Kids
all.
weren't kids anymore.
I know the craziest thing for me watching it is they're all my age basically. So like when I started watching the show, I was their age, so it was like. I felt like I kind of grew up with them, which was like such a crazy feeling.
yeah. That's crazy.
Very awesome show, though.
Owen, I can't thank you enough, man. You've been an excellent guest. We thank you for giving us this time. Like we know that it's kind of your off season's winding down. You're getting ready for camp, and it takes some time to set aside to give to us. It's just we're unbelievably grateful for that. So
Very much.
thank you.
Thank you very much, Owen.
No worries. You guys this was so fun. I had such a great time. Like this isn't a nuisance at all. Like this, I do this anytime. This was so fun. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait for you to get to Columbus. Dave has to travel a little bit. He did buy season tickets, but he's actually up closer to Birmingham. But he grew up here, so he loves Columbus and he loves the Clingstones. So he'll be back for a lot of games, and I guarantee you, even if he's got to work the next day, he'll be here if Owen Murphy gets the call.
I love it. I appreciate that.
Hey, look, I've got a brand new minor league ball waiting on your signature on it. So,
oh man, I'll sign 3 for you. I don't care.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait for you to get to Columbus. Come check out our town, see what it's got to offer, fall in love with it like many do, and hopefully win a few ball games.
Oh, absolutely. That's a guarantee.
All right. Well, thanks again, Owen, and good luck in camp. We're rooting for you. Stay healthy, and hey, start climbing that ladder. Let's get you into Columbus.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Owen. Dude, what a great episode.
wow, that was a great interview. That was so much fun.
Owen is a special talent, obviously, first round draft pick. That doesn't come easily.
No,
And they don't hand them out like candy. You gotta be good at what you do. So, funny story. I remember when he was drafted. I think he may have come to a Braves game like right after the draft or something, and they showed him in the stadium like taking in the game right after he was drafted. It was a cool moment. I've really kind of followed him since then, and I'm excited for him to get the call and to put on that peach on peach uniform and sit some guys down from Montgomery. Hopefully gets to start against Montgomery, and I hope he sits the end. I hope he throws a no, right?
Oh, me too, man. A perfect game. That would be great. I would love to see some burned biscuits.
Burn the biscuits.
Burn the biscuits.
That's right.
Hey, look, I mean, we love all these players, but we got to have a rival, and I want it to be Montgomery because it's so close.
Should be. You can throw a rock. I mean, Owen could probably throw a rock, maybe hit it. You probably drop it right on the mound. So,
yeah.
Anyway, hey guys, thank you again for tuning in. As always, look down there, mash those buttons, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell button on YouTube so you get the updates when our episode releases. So, Dave, I could not do this without you, my friend. I'm so glad you are a part of this podcast with me, and you bring the heat each and every interview. So thanks so much. And
I appreciate you too, buddy. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what 2026 brings us in terms of the Clingstones. It's going to be a lot.
That's right. We are under 100 days to opening day at Synovus Park. So until next time, guys, thanks again for tuning in, and we're going to end it like we always do. Go Stones.
Go Stones.
Thanks for tuning in to StonerCast, your inside look into Columbus Clingstones baseball. Please like, subscribe, and share to stay connected as we bring you closer to the Stones.